Well, welcome to F It Friday, where every Friday I say F it and I rip a bad product so you don't have to. And I will say, Sage is one of the worst products you're ever going to rip. But the possibility of getting four autographs, one of them being a major college player, could be worth it. So on this F It Friday, we are looking for the highlighted. And there's some good players in here like Justice Ross Simmons, Cade Klubnik, quarterback, Garrett Nussmeyer, Drew Allar, quarterbacks. Casey Concepcion, he's going to be the next great Texas A&M wide receiver in the NFL, following in the footsteps of Christian Kirk and Mike Evans. Caden Wetjen, he's got a big following. What's up, Old Belong? Jonah Coleman's a young up-and-comer. Joey Aguilar. Lenora Sellers, quarterback at Ole Miss. Carnell Tate, the wide receiver for Ohio State, absolute stud. Justice Haynes, Kwan Lacey. So we're looking for one of those autographs, and then we will see. We'll see. So this was $40 at Target, $40 for four autographs. I mean, if you just want some cheap autographs, the chances of getting a $2 autograph are 98%. The chance of getting a halfway decent autograph are 1%, maybe 1.5%, and then the chance of getting a big name autograph is probably 0.5%. So, but I like those odds. So there's what you're going to get: four autographs and one player worn swatch card. And if you can get I've seen the Carnell Tate wide receiver swatch autograph, it sells for like $60. Um, there's a Carnell Tate. I've seen the Carnell Tate with the autograph on it. So, hey, it's lightning in a bottle, lottery ticket. So let's see. Let's have some fun on this Effort Friday. Make sure you hang out with yours truly, MLZB, Cash Money, Sassy Susan, later on the social hour. But let's get this F It Friday rip, where every Friday I say F it and I rip bad products. So, and I was kind of torn. I didn't want to rip this, but I wanted to rip it before the national championship. So we'll see what we can get out of here. Hopefully we get one of those names we mentioned, and we'll look them up live. This is going to be a little bit of a long video because it's an informational video today. So, okay, so here's our packs. Now you notice they're not licensed. They don't have the players. The jerseys are airbrushed. They're not licensed. He's actually a pretty good player. Oregon Stacker might like that card. Oh, then we got a Cade Klubnik. Now these cards are probably worth 50 cents to a quarter to 50 cents, just based on being airbrushed, not having the licensed logos and team college names. But we're going to get started here, and we're going to see what we can find. So we'll start right here, and what a name. Ephesians Pricesock. What a name right there. That's pretty cool right there. So University. He's from Canyon Country right down the road here. So let's get Aiden Bowman. Looks like quarterback. I don't know anything about him. I would have to research. And I'm not going to research the base cards. I'm only going to research numbered cards or autographs today because it would just take too long. But that's a quarterback. So, hey, if he turns into a Heisman candidate, that card might be worth $1 or $2. Jaden Nixon, Blake Shapen, another. We're going to have our first autograph coming up, and it's going to be Logan Fife. I actually know the name Logan Fife, but let's do some research on Logan Fife. That name sounds very familiar to me. And so we'll kind of take a look at the autograph and see what it says about Logan Fife. He's a quarterback from Tracy, California, right up the road. He's at New Mexico State. Not very tall, 6 foot tall. Strong mustache game. Very strong mustache. Let's see what we can find. He appeared in all 14 games, made 8 starts, finished the year as the team's leading passer. Only 167 completions with 14 touchdowns. So not definitely not, let's see, a big time quarterback. And I'm trying to see what, and he's a senior. So yeah, so that's a pretty disappointing autograph. Not a big name right there, but we'll get a few bucks for that one right there. So not a big name. He's a senior. He's probably going to be done with college football. He's definitely not going pro. Um, but maybe his mom will give me $5 for that autograph. So that's the first autograph, and at least it's a quarterback. I mean, I might throw that in one of my mystery boxes for y'all to snag. Robert Henry. Let's finish these out. Jaquez Cross. Darius Taylor. Robbie Ashford, next level on the quarterback. I think I'm going to make a quarterback pile because those are quarterback and then the hotter names. So Parker Hughes. There's your USC Trojan to Carlos Nicholson. Le'Veon Moss from Texas A&M. That's going in my PC. And there's from the University of Washington Huskies Ephesian Pricesock. Pretty cool there. All right, pack number 2. AZ Coins, good afternoon. What are you talking about? It's baseball season. Go Dodgers. We're not talking about football. All right, looks like we're gonna have our patch in here. So Joe Labaz, quarterback from Central Michigan. Jaden Ballard, wide receiver. Jaden Berger, that's a pretty good name. Jaden Berger. I believe he's in the NFL this year. Went to UCLA. But yeah, Jaden Berger, that's pretty cool. And then Jaden Greathouse, wide receiver from Notre Dame. Got a piece of his patch right there. Yep, Notre Dame. So that's pretty cool. I, again, don't know anything about Jaden Greathouse, so we will research together Jaden there. So let's see what we can find out about Mr. Jaden Greathouse. Obviously, wasn't a good enough player to get his team into the playoffs. 21-year-old wide receiver from Westlake High right here in California. I was born in Austin, Texas. 6'1", 212 pounds. And his stats, 2025 stats. I don't even know why we're going here, but here we are. So he had 4 hold catches for 73 yards this year. Did he get hurt during the year? Because he had a decent year last year, almost 600 yards and 4 touchdowns. The year before, had 5 touchdowns on only 18 catches. This year, only 4 catches. So something must have happened after the fourth week against Arkansas. Something got hurt. Yeah, it looks like out again. So he must have got hurt, missed the rest of the year, maybe redshirted. So had a thigh injury. So maybe he redshirted the rest of the year after he got hurt. Who knows? So disappointing on that one. But at Notre Dame, there's a lot of Notre Dame fans out there. Byron Brown. Hello. Did I kick myself out? Help me, Tommy. Help me, Tommy. Where'd I go? I see me. I see you. I do this from time to time. I hit the wrong button. Didn't mean to back out of that all the way. All right, how do I get me back up? There we go. All right, there we go. We're back up. All right. Back to normal. All right, we're at Byron Brown. I know that name. He is a quarterback at South Florida. Jordan Tyson. Garrett Nussmeier. There you go. Quarterback. Garrett Nussmeier. LSU Tigers. Wouldn't mind pulling his autograph out here. Antonio Williams. George Gums Jr. Blake Shapen, quarterback from Mississippi State. Medical red shirt. So that's Lenora Sellers' backup right there. So pretty cool. Thomas Davis and Devon Booth. All right, so we still have 3 more autographs to go. Hopefully, we're looking for one of those big names. Drew Allar, Lenore Sellers, Parnell Tate would be a huge one. And these cards are absolutely wrecked. The quality control on these, they're all frayed down here. They're just, yeah. But, oh, look, a repeat. All right. We don't want repeats. Now we're starting to get a bunch of repeats. Jamal Haynes. Jamal Haynes, I think that's one of the players to look out for. Colt Cleveland from Davidson. We've got a Preston Stone turned around here. Peak Performance Preston Stone on the purple Peak Performance. He's a quarterback for Southern Methodist. Me. Not going to be an NFL quarterback. And that's the thing, is most of these players are not going to be anything. There's Casey Concepcion for my Texas A&M Aggies. Another Brown. That's all right. So these cards really hold 0 value except for the autographs. And even those are, again, like I said, not going to be much. What's up, Big Nasty Seth? Cade Klubnik again. One of the better players, but again, that card's probably worth a quarter. Junior Vanderos, Peyton Higgins, that's a pretty good ball player right there. And then Anthony Smith, wide receiver, is our next autograph. Anthony Smith is from East Carolina. We all know East Carolina is the bedrock of great football talent. Not, but let's give this kid a look. So Anthony Smith from East Carolina. And let's see what we can find on this young man. 6'3", 189. All right, he's got good size. Had 64 receptions for 1,000 yards. All right. He might be one of those sleepers, one of those late round picks in the draft. He was 41st in college football for 64 receptions. 14th, so top 15 over 1,000 yards. So he can definitely get the ball. 7 touchdowns. He's top 40 in college football for that. And then 16 and a half yards a catch, top 50 receivers. So again, 6'3", 189. He's got pretty good size. I don't know anything about his speed, but he had 800 yards last year, over 1,000 this year. 13 touchdowns between the two. So definitely not, definitely not a Bush League player. Would be interested to see if he gets drafted. I'm thinking with numbers like that, he could be a late round draft pick. Curious to see what his draft stock would be. So, as a matter of fact, let's go NFL draft here, see if there's any NFL draft news on this kid. While playing for Alabama, set more than 7 receiving records. If that's the same Anthony Smith. So he did get an invitation where the top senior talent goes, the American Bowl. Draft profile. Let's see if you got a draft profile at all. That's the wrong Anthony Smith. There you go. His 40 time is 4.35. So he's definitely going to get drafted, this kid right here. 4.35, 40 yard, over 1,000 yards. Somebody's going to draft this guy next year in the NFL draft. So now here it says 446 to 454, which is still pretty good. So with that size and having a 4.5 speed, that's pretty good. He could pan out. He could be a late round draft pick. So that's a guy to keep an eye on right there. We'll keep an eye on Mr. Anthony Smith. Very common name, but so we'll keep an eye on that kiddo. But he's going to take the top spot for now as the best player we've pulled. Still looking for 2 more autographs out of this $40 horrible Sage box. But with the college football playoffs going on right now, I thought it would be fun to rip. So another ukulele. Wetchin. If I pull one of his autographs, people buy his autographs like crazy. He's from Iowa, wide receiver, 5'10", 196. They love that kid in Iowa. His autographs sell really well. I wouldn't mind pulling one of his autographs. Samir Higgins. Now we're getting into the Reds. C.J. Daniels, Miami. Ooh-wee. Miami had a pretty good year. That might be an eBay-worthy card for $1. And probably not. Tanner Arkin. All right, is this our next running back from Utah? Nope, Peak Performance. Rashul Faizan. I'm not even going to bother looking him up. But he's that purple there. Blake Shapen, another quarterback. Davis, Jennings, Ross, and Robbie Ashford, quarterback next level from a transfer to Wake Forest. So, all on board. And how we doing? 3 packs to go. Still looking for 2 more autographs. Just a F It Friday where I say F it and rip bad products so you don't have to. And if you see this product out in the wild, probably best to leave it behind. Unless you just want to burn $40. But I would take your $40 and go buy a nice autograph off of eBay before I spend $40 on these. Just saying. L.J. Henderson, Devon Booth, Drew Adlar. That'd be a good autograph to get if we could hit one. It looks like a wide receiver, Braxton Felly. Not a wide receiver. Big old defensive lineman. Oof. So we'll take a look here. Braxton Felly from Boise State. I'm not even going to bother. He is not NFL material. 6'1", 296. I definitely don't think he's NFL material. So that's our 3rd autograph. Disappointing. Roman Himley, Nick Harbor, Malik Rutherford, Devon Booth, running back, Chase Wilson, linebacker, Parker Hughes. I know that name. That's Middle Tennessee. All right. Lenora Sellers. There you go. Lenora Sellers and DeLuca. And then that was from the pack before this pack. Joey Aguilar. His autograph would be a good one to pull out here. So maybe we'll get lucky. Joey Aguilar would be good. Octavian Smith, Trayvon Randolph. There's another Lenora Sellers. Another DeLuca. Cornell Tate. His autograph is who we're looking for. Cornell Tate auto would be amazing. Jaden McGowan and Jaden Greathouse to go with his relic card there. Jimmy Snowdog, how are we doing today? F It Friday. Ripping terrible wax products so you don't have to. And once again, if you see this box at Target for $40, then, I would rather go on eBay and spend $40 to buy a nice autograph of a player you like than to try to chase 4 autographs out of this bad product. But here we are. I'm doing this for you. Malik Rutherford. And our last autograph is going to be the weak-ass effort of Jamal Edrin. So, at least he got the J, but I don't know what the rest of that is. So, and he is from the University of Virginia, wide receiver. So we will look him up. 6'3", 215. So he's got decent size. So let's check him out and see what he's all about, what his prospects are. But Jamal Edrin, we'll see how he compares to Mr. Anthony Smith right there. So Virginia Cavaliers. Um, he's a senior. So NFL draft worthy, and he will not get drafted. He will definitely not with 564 yards with only one touchdown, playing for the University of Virginia. He averaged 9.5 yards a catch. No, take that back. I'm looking at his last game. He averaged 12.3 yards a catch, which is not bad, but only one touchdown. His longest catch was 37 yards. Uh, he had against Wake Forest, one catch for 6 yards. Against Duke, two for 34. Against Virginia Tech, two for 19. Against Duke in the AC Championship, 3 for 42. This guy is definitely not NFL material. Sorry, I left you out on the loop right there. I was looking it up here. But, yeah, this guy is definitely going to be a nobody in the NFL draft. And he will not get picked up. He will be bagging your groceries someday. So, or delivering your Uber Eats. So, no disrespect, Jamal, but probably a nice guy. But I do not want my team to draft you in the NFL. That is for sure. So, disappointing to say the least in the last autograph right there. Let's go back with Cade Klubnik, the quarterback. Again, one of the autographs we would have been looking for. So, another great house. Scooby. So, I got 3 Texas A&M Aggies in here. I'll take that. Jamal Haynes would have been a good autograph. Base cards worth pennies. And now that there's no more pennies, I guess I got to sell these cards for a nickel. So here we go. Last pack. Going to be nothing special in here. We've already hit our 4 autographs. We're going to see some doubles. Overton. Oh, Elijah Surratt on the red peak performance there. That's kind of a sweet card. Indiana. So that's pretty good timing on that one. Indiana National Championship. So Jonah Coleman, Carnell Tate, the good wide receiver again, and finishing it out. So let's look up Elijah Surratt real quick, being our last pull there. And let's see how he did this year with the outstanding Indiana Hoosiers. Maybe I will send that card to Oregon if Indiana beats Oregon. That would be hilarious. But let's see here. Elijah Surratt is a senior, 6'2", 209 pounds. And let's see what he's all about. 62 catches, top 50 in the NCAA, 802 yards, top 70, tied for 68. 15 touchdowns, number 1 in college football with 15 touchdowns. Okay, so dude knows how to find the end zone. Look at his career at Indiana, 700 yards, 13 touchdowns, almost 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, 800 yards, 15 touchdowns. And look at this, 49 was his longest this year, 84 was his longest catch, 48 3 years ago was his longest catch, 65. So this guy's got open space burners. He can obviously find the end zone, find the zone. Yep, William, it's F It Friday. That one maybe that's... You know me, William. I buy bad stuff so you don't have to. And here we are buying this god-awful stuff so y'all don't have to. Like I said, $40 on this box. You can go on eBay right now and probably buy an autograph of your favorite player for $40, as long as he's not a super stud star. But we'll take this Surratt. That's a pretty good card. A touchdown in each of his last few games. Had a touchdown in the Big Ten Championship. 2 touchdowns against Oregon. So I forgot they already played the national championship. They beat Oregon. So that card might be worth a penny or two. What we're going to do is let's check the comps on two of these cards on eBay just for schnitch and giggles. So we'll take you over to my eBay page right here. A little backstage exclusive here. And we're going to look up Elijah Surratt peak performance Sage. And I don't know if that's a red refractor or red. I'll just put red. We'll see what that pops up. So that's not it. Let's see here. Can we find one? Can we find one? Can we find one? No, probably not going to find one. I don't know. I mean, there was, let's see. I don't think we're going to find one. Look at this. This somebody bid $35 with 5.15 delivery. You can get it on Target's website for $39.99 free shipping right now. Just saying. Do your research. All right, we're not going to find the Sage. All right, let's see here. Let's just go. Where are you at, my friend? Man, is that the only one ever? If that's the only one ever, then I might have done all right. Oof, man. Horrible. So the other thing we can do, we can't find it in there. So let's check the sold comps. Maybe one has sold. But anyways, yep, good old F It Friday. There's a refractor sold for $6. Looks like an orange or gold. So the gold, $4, $6. Yeah, I'm not seeing none of the red ones though. Let's see here. Let's try red peak performance. Yeah, put it up quick, right? There you go. His base and the red sold for $6 plus shipping. So I'll make back 10% of my cost there. That's great. All right, so we'll figure it's a $5 card. Sounds about right. Next card that was the best card was probably Anthony Smith right here. I think he's going to be an NFL prospect. So we'll see if we can find anything there. Sage Auto. So Anthony Smith Sage Auto sells for about $3. Womp womp. So there you go. All right. That's the way to burn $40, y'all. Check me out. I do this for you. Yeah, William, yeah. Put it up quick. Nah. That's if I knew any Illinois fans, I would give it to them, or Indiana fans, I'd give it to them. So, but these autographs, here you go. Here's the 4 autographs we got. Braxton Feely from Boise State, defensive tackle. Anthony Smith, probably going to be an NFL prospect. That might be a hold card, and see that might be hold until the draft, and then see if he gets drafted and throw it up really quick in the draft. Jamal Edrine, definitely not NFL material. And then Logan Fife, New Mexico State quarterback, definitely not NFL material. So definitely the best cards right there, the 2 best cards. But once again, F It Friday, brought to you by Tommy Gun, where I rip bad products so you don't have to. Hope everybody enjoys their weekend. We'll catch you later today on the social hour with me, Sassy Susan, MLZB, Jenny Sweetheart, and it's your boy, Cash Money. Have a great weekend, everybody.